Good morning, everyone. Definitely has been a cold couple of nights. Our next system is slowly approaching, just going to be overhead, which what it's going to really do for us. We see kind of a bit more of those blacks, those kind of darker grays. We're going to get a bit more drier air aloft upstairs, and we're going to be able to see those clouds be able to clear gradually as we go throughout much of the day. But pretty much ahead of this system, going to be kind of a potent kind of snow and kind of mixed system. We're not really going to get much of that precipitation. We may be able to have an isolated shower, but I'm not expecting anything wintry precipitation as we go throughout much of the day. Most of that is going to remain up into the north of us and east. If you have any travel plans, just keep that in mind. Around 2 to 4 inches again up into near areas of Chicago, all the way down into near areas of Ohio and up into the northeast. A bit of a mix, could be some slick spots up into near the Oklahoma and kind of Texas border. But other than that, that system as it moves across north of us, we're going to be able to see those clearing skies, which we can already see a bit more of those clear conditions, especially off into the west. A bit more clouds still trying to hang on into the big country of Concho Valley as we go and throughout much of the day. Currently around 33 into Midland, feels like 25 walking out the door. 32 in Odessa, feels like 24 walking out the door. Definitely going to need that jacket as we are feeling like the teens into Eunice. Feels like 14 degrees out into Eunice, New Mexico, with that temperature around 23 degrees out there this morning. A bit more of those kind of warmer temperatures. I'm using quotations because it's not by a whole lot, as we are hanging on to a little bit of additional clouds into the big country Concho Valley. 41 in Junction, with 35 into Abilene and 34 out into Brashaw. So definitely those kiddos walking out to the bus stop, keep the jacket, don't wear the hoodie. You're going to need that jacket as we go throughout much of the day, but we'll have some clearing skies, make those temperatures warm up quite nicely, especially further off into the west. 72 in Presidio, 66 in Van Horn, as well as 61 off into Guadalupe Pass. Still going to be hanging on to some 50s, especially north of I-20 into the Permian Basin, as we'll hang on to a little bit more of those 50s, even some 40s into the big country and a little bit into the Concho Valley, but we'll be able to have those clearer skies, especially out into Ozona, around 65 degrees with 59 in San Angelo, but 47 all the way into Stanford. So we'll see those clouds gradually clear as we go throughout much of the day, stopping the clock around 4 p.m. We're going to have those decreasing clouds and maybe a chance of an isolated shower by the late morning and kind of early afternoon, more for the big country Concho Valley, but most of us will stay dry, and we're going to have another chilly night ahead. Those winds are going to be nice, calm. We're going to have that drier air upstairs that I showed you, and those ingredients in play will lead to a colder night heading into tonight. I think we could get into some 20s into Midland, around 29 in Midland tonight, 30 off into Odessa. I wouldn't be too surprised in the suburbs. We see kind of some sub 20s as well, with around 29 in Marfa, 43 into Presidio, with around 28 in Abilene, 26 into San Angelo. And I think on that, I'm definitely going on the cooler end, but I definitely think we could see nearly probably widespread upper 20s with low 30s heading into tomorrow morning. So make sure you go ahead and protect the people. Make sure you check on your elderly as well. Bring those pets inside. Make sure you protect the plants as well, and also to cover up those pipes, especially into those colder spots, as temperatures are certainly going to be rather chilly. This is all going to be ahead, though, of our next cold front, though, that we are anticipating heading into kind of, I think, late Wednesday afternoon into Thursday morning. We're going to warm up ahead back into some 70s for Wednesday, as this cold front's going to come back down, give us another very chilly start to the morning, with daytime highs going to be struggling to get out of the 40s. So certainly going to be another chilly one. We're going to talk a roller coaster again. So 50s heading into daytime highs today, overnight lows into the 20s and 30s, warming back up into some 60s heading into Tuesday. Overnight lows will be warmer into some 30s and 40s heading into Wednesday morning, warming up into some 70s ahead of our next stronger cold front, dropping us back into some 40s as we head into Thursday. So literally up and right back down, heading around 42 into Midland and Odessa on Thursday. We'll hang on to some cloud cover with temperatures gradually warming back up just in time for the weekend.